Welcome everyone. Uh, in this chapter 3, in the first section we will create a real-world engineering part, which is a wide flank beam, as you see, in SolidWorks environment. So we will see how symmetric relation and dimension work together to make a precise and a strong model. So this is the final model, the final part that we will draw today in the first section. This is called a symmetric part, and one of the main objective of this chapter is to draw symmetric part, as you see. So the question is, why is it a symmetric part? In a simple language, if you cut or divide this part, if you cut or divide this part from this direction, we will have two parts which are exactly the same. Or if you divide this part from this direction, again we will have two parts which are exactly the same. That is maybe the concept of symmetric. So by the end of this lesson, we will be able to first use symmetric in part modeling. A good example for symmetry is butterfly that's is divided to exactly two same parts. So, or if you don't have any idea about symmetry, please search, and you will see, please search on the Google, you will see many good example of symmetric part. The second, we will apply scale relations in SolidWorks, like equal, symmetric, and collinear, and use mid-plane extrusion that you might familiar with extrusions from the first or second chapter, and fillets. And finally, we will able to evaluate the part. Okay, let's back to the SolidWorks. So to draw, I will take you step by step to draw this part that's called a wide flank beam. So first, let me zoom magnifier. Okay, the first step is we are going to open a new environment and work on it. First file and then new, and you will see something like this. So we have three options. First is part assembly drawing. We will select part, and so we don't select the assembly and drawing for this section, because I'm going to draw a part, I'm going to model a part. So please guys, make sure that you select part, then okay, and I will see this environment. So the next step, as the first step actually, we should select a plan or view. So in the paper-based class, so you know that we have front view, top view, and side view. So for drawing, first we should, for drawing in SolidWorks, first we should select a view, or is it called plan in SolidWorks. So I prefer to draw in front plan. So then select front plan, and you will have some options. Then select normal tool. Okay, let's see. Okay, the next I'm going to actually select the center line. So I prefer to add center lines because I'm going to draw asymmetric parts. These center lines actually will help us our symmetric and make it easy. So to add these center lines, go to the draw. Make sure that you are in the sketch environment, not features, sketch. So these sketch tools, then the first option is line. If I click, I have 3 options. So I select the center line. As I told you, this center line help us in our symmetric. So when I select the center line, these two red lines or axis appear. So this is called origin. This is called the origin, and show actually they show kind of the center of the front plan. That will be this point, the center of my part. So I will add a vertical center line and horizontal center line. I told you again, guys, that these center lines are not a part of our drawing. We will add this center line to guide us in our symmetry. Okay. Then select the green check to make them fix. Again. Okay. So in the front plan or in the front view, I will back to the model. So guys, I have 3 view, like this is front, this is top, and this is side. I want to ask you guys, what do you see from the front view? What do you see from the front view? Of course, we see this part, right? If you look at from the front view, we will see this part. Okay, so as we select the front view, so we should actually draw this part of the modeling. So, or in other words, we should draw this part. That if you look at the front view, okay, we will see this. So 2 rectangulars, and this is called actually webs. So first we need to draw 2 rectangulars, the first and the second one, that they are symmetric, and we will connect them, these 2 rectangular, by this web. This is called web. So first, let's start from the first rectangular. Don't worry about the dimensions first. Okay. To draw the first rectangular, from the sketch menu, again from the sketch menu, this part, then corner rectangular, and this one, corner rectangular. Select and draw one rectangular above the origin. As I told you, this is the origin, right? If I say origin, I mean these red guys, okay? So first I draw one rectangular above this horizontal origin, and second draw another rectangular below this below the origin. Okay, one above the origin, one below the origin. Don't worry about dimensions in this step. Okay, the next is turn to I need to add webs. If we back again to the from view, as you see, I have two rectangular that we already finished with these two guys. Okay, we already finished, and we should add these two guys, or we should connect actually these two rectangular, that is called web. Right, so I need two line, right? Then back to the okay. So, to do that, to connect these two rectangular and make the web, again back to the sketch menu. In this time we should select line. Select the line tool, draw the first vertical lines, and make sure that we connect this edge, the below edge of this rectangle, the below edge of above rectangular to the above edge of the below rectangular, and make sure that the first one, the first line is on the left side of this center line, and another line that connects this guy to this guy, again the same, on the right side of the vertical center line. Okay, then click to make them fix. All right, up to now everything is perfect. So we draw two rectangular, and then we draw these two lines to make these two rectangular. If you look at from front view again, let's back to the front view. Almost we done, right? We done, but the next, now we draw these two rectangular and the web. Now if you see, we need to modify it more, so this is called trimming. So now it's time to trimming and remove this line in our drawing. Let's back to our drawing. Of course we should remove this line, right? This line and this line. How to remove? Back to this menu, trim entities. Trim entities actually remove some lines. Choose trim, then on the left side please select trim to close it, and then come and trim the middle line segment between the web lines. I mean this line, this line. Select the middle lines of the webs, and then this line. All right. And then make sure on the left side that click on the Greek check to approve our actually tree. So the next step is very important, that we need to add symmetry relations. That I told you one of the main objective of this chapter is use symmetric in part modeling and apply a scale relation like equal symmetric. Now we are going to apply scale relations symmetric. So in other words, we are going to tell the SolidWorks that this model is a symmetric model. So to do that, we need to, okay, this is center line, right? This is horizontal center line and this is vertical center line. So I want to make symmetric the model in respect with the horizontal center line. First, I wanted to make actually, I wanted to tell the SolidWorks that my model is symmetric about the horizontal center line. To make it, we need to select these three lines, the top edge of the rectangular, then push Ctrl please on your keyboard, push Ctrl to select more line together. I mean, you should hit the Ctrl on your keyboard to select the horizontal center line and this edge of the below rectangular. Then you will see that the selected line turn to green color. Then after you select these three lines make our model symmetric with respect or around the horizontal center line. Then after we select these three lines, on the left side, in properties manager, you will see some relations, right? Horizontal, vertical, collinear, parallel, equal, symmetric, and fixed. So I want to make it symmetric. My model along the horizontal center line. So then I select symmetric, and you see the selected entities or selected lines are listed here: line 2, line 3, and line 9. Then click on the green check to approve it. Now my model actually is symmetric along the horizontal center line. So I should again make it symmetric with respect to vertical center lines. So if you back to the model, you see the model is symmetric in horizontal center line. It means they mirror, right? They are exactly the same. And in also is symmetric in respect with vertical center line. You mean these two parts. If, or in other words, if I cut along these lines, we will have exactly the same part, two same parts. So let's back to the SolidWorks. So first I make it symmetric in terms of the horizontal center line. To make the model symmetric in terms of the vertical center line, in this time I select the first web, this line, then select the vertical center line and select the another line of web, these three guys, okay, these three lines. Then again come on the left side and select the symmetric and approve. Now my model is symmetric in terms of the horizontal center line and vertical center line. Remember guys that we add symmetric relation so that both sides of the part always stay the same. If we change, for example, if we change one side, SolidWorks actually will automatically update the other side. So this saves time and keep the design balance without measuring each side again. So the next step is time to add dimensions. So to add dimensions and to adjust the dimension of my part, my modeling, I should select the dimension, smart dimension. Okay, I select smart dimensions, and now it's time to actually adjust the dimension of the front view. So if we back to the to table 3, let me make it, to table 3.1, the dimension of some white flank beam. The white flank beam is the model that we are drawing. So in these sections I'm going to draw this. We have different type of beam actually. So based on the designation, we have three type of beam. So in this in these sections, I'm going to focus to draw this type of the beam, W8 multiple 31. So the first dimension is depth. Depth that we can depth that refer to D. So if I remove this one, so this is D, right? This is D. So for this type of beam, the D is 8. So then I back to the SolidWorks, and of course I make sure that I select I selected smart dimensions, then click on this to H, and then after we select these 2 points, we will see this modification environment that we need to only change this to 8 point. Okay, and then select. Okay, now the depth of my model is 8 inch. Then how about this part or the width? Okay, back the B. Okay, we need the B is around, yes, is 7.995. so then I modify, so smart dimensions, then click here, and now it's time to actually justify the dimension of the width is 7.995. 7.995. Okay, it is 8 because I need to actually justify the settings of the measurements, but if we click it, actually is 7.995. no worry about it. So but if you want to actually the SolidWorks show exact decimal, you can come to the setting. Okay, you can come to the setting and then wait. Okay, then document properties, then I think dimension, no, units, yes, units, then units, and make sure that it has on up to 3 decimal. So this is should be 1.123 decimal, and this is yeah, so make them to up to 3 decimal, these two and these two, and then okay. Now the SolidWorks actually show the dimension up to 3 decimal. Okay, wait. Small dimension. Yes, now it works. Let me back to the front. All right. So the next one that we should adjust the dimensions is about okay, TF. TF is the flange thickness. So we need to actually, you know, change the dimension TF to 0.435. Then I copy this one. Then the same, the thickness, the smart dimensions. Then change this number to 0.435, and then of course inch, and then approve. Okay, the next one, let's move to the web measurements. So if we see, the next one is TW. TW actually is the web thickness. This is the flange thickness, and this is the web thickness. So we need to modify this number to 0.285. Then I copy this, and then back to the SolidWorks. Then the dimensions, these 2 points, first point and second point, this line, the distance of between these 2 lines, then change to 0.285, and then inch, and then approve. Okay, so guys, we don't need to, because we are working with the symmetric model, we don't need to modify the dimension of the above flange. Okay, so the next step, I will show you how can I justify, because already we did symmetry. I justify this this measurements with, for example, this automatically should be changed to 7.995. So I will show you how to do it. Okay, the next, I exit the smart dimension. So the next step, we are going to apply correlations. Remember in the a few steps ago, we apply symmetry relations, but here we are going to apply correlations. So select all 4 horizontal flank line as you see on your screen. Okay, this first, second. Okay, push the control on your keyboard to select more than one line. Okay, first this one, then push control CTR control on your keyboard to select this together, then the third line and the fourth line. Okay, on the left side you will see the selected entities are listed, this line 13, 14, 5 and 7. So now it's ready to apply relations. So in this case, because of course we know that these four guys are equal exactly, so we just modify the dimension of these lines, okay, and the width of the flank, and then make this full line equal. Then come to the add relations and make them equal. So as you see now, these four lines actually, or in other words, the above flank and the below flank, or the above rectangular and the below rectangular are equal in terms of the width actually. So now the width of the above rectangle is 7.995 and the below of course will be exactly the same measure. So the next one, we should do the same for these two lines, this line and this line. So please select the top and bottom flank thickness line, this line and this line, and on the left side you will see these two lines are listed, and then click equal. Okay, perfect. Up to this point we draw the front view very well with the same dimensions of this type of beam. Okay, so the next we are going to actually extrusion, or in other words make it 3D. So up to this point we draw the front view. Now it's time, and also we make them symmetric and we apply equal relations. Now it's time to actually make it 3D or extrusion. Back to this one. So to make it extrusion or make it 3D, go to the feature, go to the feature environment. Yes, this is a sketch. Make sure that you select features, then you will see extruded boss and base. So click on the extruded, you will see a box extruded properties on the left side. Okay, let me so right on the left side you will see the boss extrude properties. Then okay, now it's ready to make it 3D. The depth let's actually change the depth measure to 12 inch. Okay, and then the from is okay. The direction 1 should be changed to mid plane. Make sure that the dimension change to mid plane. Then after change the direction one to the mid plane, then click the green check. Okay, now the beam is 3D. The next step is fillets. We need to apply some fillets. So I mean this part must be fillet. This part must be fillet. So to make it fillet, to add fillets, again in the features, okay, then come to the fillet. Yes, fillet. Then on the left side you will see manager properties. So the radius here, the radius must be 0.3075. Yes, this is the radius. So make sure that you put the correct radius. 0.375. And then after this, select the lines or the edge that you want to make it to apply fillet. So the line or the edge that we are going to fillet, actually first, this is the first line. Yes, and then let's see, so I need to, yes, this is the first line, this is the second edge that I wanted to make it fillet, then this is the next one, and this is the next one. Okay, now I should have 4 edge, 1 2 3, 1, this one again. Okay, let me do it again. So the four edge that I wanted to make it fillet, this is the first one, then this one, then this edge, and finally this edge. Okay, now we add this 4 edge to make it fillet. Then after, make sure that you selected the edge 1, edge 4, 2, 3, I mean this 4 edge, then apply fillet with this radius. Okay, now we make it fillet. We make this 4 edge fillet. Or in other words, actually these edges are now smooth. So the next step is check sections. So I select this the front face or this area. I wanted to see how much is this area. So go to the tools. Okay, let me do this. Go to the tools, and then go to the tools, and then evaluate, and then section properties. So if you want to see the area of face 1, okay, you can select the first one. You will see the area 9 inches square. This is the area. So we can also check this area, but first we need to so again, tools, evaluate, section properties. So the area of this face, or the top view actually, is around is almost 96 inches square. So to see the area of every face, you need to come to tools, evaluate, and section properties. So the next step, I'm going to evaluate the mass of this model. So we're almost done with drawing. Now we are going to evaluate our model. The previous step, we evaluate the area. Now I'm going to evaluate the weight or the mass of this part. So to do that, first I need to define the type of material that is going to use in this model. So to do that, on the left side you will see material. Okay, on the left side you will see the material. Then click on material, right click please, then edit material. So we will actually select the material that is going to use for our model. So in the steel list, find ASTM A36 steel, ASTM 36 steel. Yes, this one. Then so this is the material of my model. So we can also choose, it depends on the engineer, and it completely depends on you, based on your perspective, on your goal. You can select the material of the model, then apply. So now we define the steel of the material, right? The steel type of the material of this model. So now we are going to evaluate the mass of our part. Again, go to the tool, evaluate, and mass properties. So you will see the mass of this part is around 31 pounds. So it means that the weight should be about 31 pounds. If you change the material type, if you change the material, this number will be changed. Alright everyone, that's the end of the part 1. We will build this model nicely together.